Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn International Hospital in Roxanne's office, Roxanne came in and head to where her desk is, and arrived and sat down and began thinking. Just as she has a flashback of her and Jack talking. I give up. Clearly, there's nothing I can do to get my wife to see that we both. Just stop with that. You want to help me, yeah? Do it by leaving me the hell alone. And it's a flashback in with Dorothy coming in, knocking on her door. And Roxanne saw her. How you doing, love? And as Dorothy closed the door and head to where Roxanne is. I was a little worried about you when you walked out in our last session. Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn PD and Greg's office, Mimi, Claire, and Greg are talking. Jan's only 14, and there's also information that might implicate your son as a suspect in Ricky Graham's death. Really? Based on what grounds? Obviously, you wasn't around, so let me fill you in. Thomas and Ricky got into a fight, with him threatening his life in the end. Like I said, speculation of a personal vendetta you lot have on our family, and now you're trying to pin this on my son? You know what? Second thought, I clearly wasted me time here. And as Mimi turned and head out, but before she leave, Ali stepped in front of her, closing the door, blocking her. And as Mimi turned and faced Claire and Greg, who saw, tell you little soldier boy to stand down or I will move him myself. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment at Mimi and Frank's apartment in Gloria's room, Denise and Mark are laying under the covers asleep. Till Denise turned over and laid on Mark's naked chest. And as Linda came in and saw what's going on, and as she turned and slammed the door shut, waking both Denise and Mark, who saw just as Linda turned and they saw, and as they quickly sat up, oh no, and as Linda took out her gun and aimed it at them. You lot are going nowhere. Meanwhile, in Paris, France, at the Goodsham Hotel, Ricky is heading down the lobby. And as he arrived at the elevator and went in, and turned and faced the hallway, and as the elevator closed, and as he pressed the button for his floor, and as the elevator go up, but suddenly stopped at the third floor to open, finding Cole there, who immediately tapped him, which in turn woke Cole up back at the Brooklyn High School in the classroom by Mildred, who's the one that really tapped him. As he saw and she said something wrong. You okay? Meanwhile, in Howard's classroom, students are leaving his classroom. Just as Naomi came in to where Howard is. And he saw her. Naomi, how the hell did you get in here? I know a guy, but that's not important. We have things we need to discuss. Not a good time. Especially at my workplace. Your students left. I teach more than one class. Anyways, what things you need to discuss? Meanwhile, in the conference room, a girl is sitting at the table looking at the photo of her and Ricky, and as she thinking, I am gonna make that backstabbing cow pay for stealing the love of my life. Perhaps I can help you with that. And as Lisa came in from the side room, which the girls saw, Lisa, how long have you been back? Long enough. Now, onto the flaming cow who stole your man. I think it's time she gets known. Meanwhile, in the hallway by Ricky's locker, Gwen, Rachel, Courtney, and Sean are talking. We just need to have some faith that she'll come back. She's right. Perhaps we should ask Mimi and Frank. You think they can help? I wouldn't doubt that Thomas is somehow involved in this, Again, speculation. Why are you defending him? She's not. We need to get our facts straight before we accuse him. And as Angela came to where they are, and they all saw her. Gwen, you mind I talk to you alone? Sure. Excuse us. And as Gwen and Angela turned and went and walked away, while Rachel, Courtney, and Sean watched. And as Courtney turned and faced Rachel and Sean, who saw. So tell me, between the pair of you, do you have a plan to help bring your sister back? Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn International Hospital in Roxanne's office, Roxanne and Dorothy are talking. I'm just dealing with a lot at the moment. We all are, but I know there's more to this. Look, I know you're still going to press on for answers that I'm quite not ready to give out yet. The reason to why our service is available to you is to use them whenever you feel ready. Remember, family sticks together, yeah? Thanks for that recommendation. Now, if you excuse me, I have some work to do. Wrong. I can't authorize you to work on patients till further notice. It's for your own good, love. I see. Is that why you came? To try to force me into this counseling session in order for me to continue work here? Who the hell do you think you are? Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn PD and Greg's office, Mimi, Claire, and Greg are talking. An ally is currently blocking Mimi from exiting the office. Vax reaction, violence, not that we're surprised. And as Greg gave Ally the signal, and as he in turn went and left the office, closing the door, while the others continued talking. Look, I came here as a voluntary citizen, and this is the things I get. Drop the act, Mimi. You came to get some updates so you can pass on to your husband. You do know the consequences of helping the fugitive, like perverting the course of justice, for instance, which is a felony in the state. I've already told you that my son isn't responsible for your daughter's kidnapping or Ricky's death, and also, you lot have no jurisdiction, meaning... Wow, I guess I must have missed a joke. Well, let me fill you in, love. I'm arresting you for the suspicion of perverting the course of justice. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment in Mimi and Frank's apartment and Gloria's bedroom, Denise and Mark are sitting under the covers facing Linda, who currently has a gun aimed at them. Look, save your excuses because I don't want to hear them. So, this is what you lot been doing? I assure you that Gloria and Holden will watch when I babysit them. Come on. You really think I'm daft? I knew you two lot was thinking about sucking face. Then why are you sweating us? I need your help from my husband's nephew. You see, he's being accused of a crime he didn't do. And you mean Ricky's murder, right? I see that you caught up. Good. Get dressed and meet me in the living room, and be warned, if you're not there in 10 minutes, this is where your end is going to be. And as Linda waved her gun around, and as she turned and went and left Gloria's room, and as Mark laid back down in bed, Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn High School in the classroom, Mildred and Cole are talking. Where is everyone? Class ended an hour ago. In fact, school's done for the day. And they just left us here? I told the teacher I would get you home, so are you gonna tell me why you dozed off for? I'm still a little jet lagged from flying between time zones and such. And I thought you'd be more. I am. In fact, I was kind of hoping we get to spend some time together at my place before my parents return. Then why are we still here? Let's go. And as Cole got up and got his stuff, followed by Mildred, who in turn stopped him. What? After you tell me what's going on. Meanwhile, in the conference room, the girl and Lisa are talking. Wait, how can you help me? I have me ways. Besides, there's some people I want to pay. Do they like go to this school? As a matter of fact, they do. So let me get this straight. You want us to team up to get this accomplished more fast. You're a smart girl. Most people would call me Dawn. Oh my God. Are you the? Yeah, I am. Soon, everyone is gonna find out who Gwen really is. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Angela and Gwen are talking. I can't imagine what you must be going through. I mean, he was my nephew who didn't deserve this. You see, that's why I need to talk to you. I want you to help me track down this killer. We don't know who he or she will be found. And my money is on the Cullen family. You reckon it's Thomas? As much as I want to pin it on him, Sean and my uncle broke up a fight between Ricky and him. Enough about that. They will be found in the end. Now, how are you doing? Because I see you're still glowing, which led me to believe something happened between you and Damon, and I want all the info. Meanwhile, in Howard's classroom, Naomi and Howard are talking. As my pregnancy's taking effect, I need you to support me more than ever. Done. No. I don't think you get what I'm getting at here. You do know I'm married to my wife. The woman, it didn't stop you from agreeing to having a baby with me, now did it? You longed for a family for a long time. That I need a man to complete that puzzle. And that's where you come in. What the hell is going on here? And as Naomi and Howard turned and saw Maya at the door, having heard everything. Meanwhile, in the gym, Vanessa is playing volleyball by herself. Just as Bernice came to where Vanessa is, and she saw her. Bernice, you are sore-eyed to see. Thanks. How are you? I really feel bored with my life, especially with most of my family out of town. Then maybe you need a little distraction. Go on. I'm listening. Why tell you when I can in fact show you? Meanwhile, in the hallway at Ricky's locker, Rachel, Courtney, and Sean are talking. Courtney, we don't even know where to start. Jan could be anywhere by now. I knew something was off with her back in Paris, babe. You didn't know the outcome, no. But I could have done something with the matter. Yeah? Like what, guys? We are at a dead end here. What's going on here? And as Isabella and Vince came to where they are, and they all saw them, we're trying to figure out where Jan is. I can't believe we left so fast because of our safety. You know, there may be someone who can help us get what we need. Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn International Hospital in Roxanne's office, Roxanne and Dorothy are talking. Look, Roxanne, I didn't mean to wind you up and all, but you did. Fact of the matter is, you haven't properly grieved yourself since your son died. Don't you dare say his name to me. And by you having a go at me, proves pretty much everything. You know what? I quit. Only thing is, you're on contract, which I don't give a damn about that. You tell whoever it is you need to tell that I'm done with people who won't get the hell out my back. And as Roxanne in turn got her stuff and went and left her office. Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn PD in the interview room, Mimi is sitting at the table with one of her hands handcuffed to the table. And as Claire came in and closed the door and heads and sit across from Mimi. I want my phone call. We'll get to that in just a moment. No, we're doing it now. Excuse me. You don't run this show, so I'll be quiet unless you want more additional charges added. You don't scare me. All you lot doing is wasting valuable tax time when you could be looking for your daughter. Face it, Claire. You have nothing on me or my husband. And as Greg came in with the folders, and as he closed the door, wrong. In fact, we have CCTV footage of your son with his friend and my daughter. And as Greg went and sat down by his wife across from Mimi and put the folder down and opened it and took out the photo a lady before Mimi who saw. You seem quiet all of a sudden. Then why don't you hear this? I'm not saying anything else without my solicitor present. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment in Mimi and Frank's apartment in Gloria's room, Mark is finished getting dressed. Just as Denise came out, Gloria's bathroom also dressed to where Mark is. I don't get to how we're gonna help Linda. Well, we're gonna try. Look, I know this isn't what you signed up for, but think about I get it. I'm just glad I get to be with you. Now, how are we gonna intercept the cops away from the Cullen family? Let us ask help to the one person who knows all. And as Denise and Mark went and left Gloria's room with Mark closing the door, and as they both head down the hall and arrived at the stairs and went down and arrived in the living room and saw Linda and Wayne there waiting. And as they went to where they are and they saw, good, took you long enough, now we can begin. As you know, Thomas is about to become a wanted man, and we need to do something about that fast. That's why we need to do damage control. Divert that rock far away from us as possible. Any ideas to how? Actually, I have a good idea of my own. Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn High School in the classroom, Mildred and Cole are talking. Mildred, I'm fine. Trust me, alright? I know us getting married secretly must be really wearing down on you and all. Wrong. I don't regret what we did. Okay. Why don't we go home and continue our little honeymoon? Sounds good to me. And as Mildred and Cole got their stuff and went and left the classroom. Meanwhile, in the conference room, Dawn and Lisa are talking. This is gonna be a great year after all. Why are you so keen on helping me? Because I believe it will benefit both us in the end. I gotta mate with a legitimate business, which will keep all those fools in line. Who else is in this? Bernice, who you will meet later. It really broke my heart to find out the man I love with all my heart died in Paris, probably because of her. She killed him just to keep me from claiming him. Well, Gwen isn't gonna get away with it. You damn right she isn't. One way or another, she will pay. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Angela and Gwen are talking. Well, oh my God, you two slept together. Girl, it was Paris, the most romantic city on the planet, and Damien and I did not want it to go to waste. And you agreed. Yes, Ricky and I did the exact same thing. You see? Romantic. I'm just glad Damon unexpectedly surprised me. That's one thing to check off the list. 1996, here we come. Now, I want to focus on finding my younger sister. What do you think she could be? Only one way to find out. Can I count on your help? Cause I need a favor. You don't have to ask me twice. Let's go. I have a few things on my own that I want to get off. I knew I could count on you. Meanwhile, in Howard's classroom, Naomi and Howard are surprised by Maya's arrival. Who is this? Who are you? Enough! Maya, this is Naomi. Naomi, this is my sister, Maya. So, you explain what the hell I just walked in on? That was a private conversation. She's my surrogate. Oh, didn't realize you wanted more kids. He's helping me, dear, by fathering my kids. Does Taya know about this? Funny, because she letting me stay at her place. So, what does that tell you, my dear? Meanwhile, in the hallway at Ricky's locker, Rachel, Courtney, Isabella, Sean, and Vince are talking. What's the plan? We go to Mimi and Frank's flat and get some answers. You really think they know where they are? Maybe not, but it's a start. Besides, I broke up a fight between Ricky and Thomas with him threatening his life. That was just circumstances, which is all we need to do some investigation of our own. And as Gwen and Angela came to where they are, and they all saw. You lot mind of us heading to Mimi and Frank's? Yeah, we were thinking the exact same thing. We'll take my car. Whoever's coming better come now. Wait, what about my brother? Damon said he'll meet us there. Okay, let's do this. And as they all went down the hallway. Meanwhile, outside in the parking lot in Vanessa's car, Vanessa is sitting in the driver's seat thinking, with Bernice sitting in the passenger side. Soon, Rachel, Courtney, Sean, Isabella, and Vince went and got in Angela's car. And as they depart away, and as Vanessa saw, and as she started her car. Where are them lot going? Let's follow them, because I have a feeling I know exactly where they're heading.